Hi guys, I am back. My name is Olivia and I'm just continuing my Hoya collection tour. I have a few more Hoyas that I'm going to share with you, and if you can see this shelf right here, this is where a lot of my Hoyas live, and I can do a shelf tour if you guys are interested in that. Just let me know. I was also thinking about doing a video on Hoya propagation, so if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this guy that's in the front of the screen, and this is my Hoya carnosa gray ghost. This is one that I got on Facebook in a Hoya group. I put out an in search of post and I got this. It's finally starting to grow. I bought it with 4 leaves, and these 2 new ones just came out, beautiful in silver, and then there's a new one another little baby one coming out there. I found this to be very easy, but it's just kind of an intimidating plant to get because it is an expensive plant. So I'm stoked to have this in my collection, and this is one of my favorites for sure. Again, I'm gonna be reaching, sorry. Okay, so this is one that I got also on Facebook. This is Hoya obovata variegata. This, I don't know, it definitely doesn't grow as easily for me as a regular green obovata. It puts out kind of dinky leaves even though it's in my greenhouse, but it's really beautiful, and it gets splashes on the leaves. Like, one of the most beautiful Hoyas that we see, or like that I personally think are so beautiful, are the ones that come from Russia, those Hoya obovata splashes. And this one is like a variegated Hoya obovata that has some splash on it, so pretty cool. This is Hoya villosa, but this is the longleaf variety. It's also called Hoya globulosa. I got this from Russia, from a Russian seller. I ordered a different plant initially and it didn't make it in the mail. I think 1 out of 4 didn't make it. And so I emailed the seller and she just said, pick out another Hoya, I'll send it to you. So that's the one that I got. This is another one that I got in that Russian order last summer. This is a Hoya macrophylla snow queen. I have so much trouble growing this one. I don't know what it is. Ever since it's gotten here, it hasn't been happy. I've had it for a year and it's only put out 2 leaves. It came here as a 2-leaf cutting. And my sister has this Hoya and it's put out 4 leaves in like a month. So I just don't know what I'm doing wrong with this. The roots are fine. It's beautiful. I'm gonna keep trying because I really, really like it. This one is one that people are really after too. This is Hoya gunungating. It's gorgeous. Look at those veining on the leaves, and this is one that gets sun stressing and turns purplish red, a really like beautiful autumn colors. That's a new leaf that just came out, and you can't really see it, but there's a little baby right there next to it. So I'm very excited about this one growing. I was really excited to add this one to my collection. I got this for my 29th birthday. One of many plants I got for my 29th birthday this year. This is Hoya calistophylla I got as a cutting. That new big leaf just came out and it's a little bit sun stressed, which is beautiful. I got this as an unrooted cutting from a seller on Facebook, and I can see the beautiful roots in there. It just rooted up so nicely. Let's see if I can show you guys some roots in there. There's a little root. Yeah, it's just easy peasy, gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. The Finlaysonii, calistophylla, gunungating are they're just so special. The veiny leaves are just gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys 3 different plants that I bought as Hoya carnosa Wilbur graves, and they're not very Wilbur gravesy. Okay, so this is one that I got. This is for sure was a Wilbur graves, and it just I guess started losing some splashing, but I got this from a reputable Hoya seller, so I know for sure that this at some point came from a plant that was Wilbur graves. Who is Wilbur Graves? I don't know. But I hope that this guy puts out a lot more splash for me. It's cute. I bought it as a 1-leaf cutting and it put out these 3 leaves pretty quickly, and I can see a little growth point starting in there. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated on how that turns out. And then I put out an in search of post on a Facebook group, and I was offered this plant to buy as a Wilbur Graves, and I bought it. And you can see the splashing on the leaves. This was being sold as a Wilbur Graves Chinese clone a few months ago, but that's kind of been debunked, and basically people think that this is a pubicalyx hybrid, or just a really splashy pubicalyx, but I really don't think that it's just a pubicalyx. It really looks carnosa-ish to me. I paid too much money for this if this is a splashy pubicalyx, but I've fallen in love with it, and I've been in contact with the seller. She's great, and she says, you know, when her plant blooms and she finds out what it is, then she'll refund me if I want to send the plant back, but there's no possible way I could send my baby back, so it is what it is. There's a peduncle that just came out. I'm excited to see what it is. We'll see, and I'll keep y'all updated. There's a whole thread on one of the Facebook Hoya groups about this plant. Everybody's been sending in their pictures of theirs, and like the new leaves that come out on them are just gorgeous. It's gorgeous regardless, but it shouldn't be sold as a Wilbur Graves because that's not what it is. This is one that is, I'm pretty sure this is the same plant, but this, this eBay seller sells it as Super Silver Splash or something like that, and this one's just really, really pretty, and it's just a really fast grower, but it has these long leaves to begin with, again like the other one, but it's just starts turning into a carnosa later down the line. So we'll see what it is. Once somebody gets theirs to bloom, then we'll figure it out. This is a freebie that I got in Gardino's eBay auction. This is a Hoya Nathalie. You can see the margins are black or like a dark purple. They're very pretty. This looks so flimsy, but it's rooted really well in there, so I don't really know what that's about. It's just having a really, it was shipped completely unrooted, so it's just having a hard time acclimating in my greenhouse. It's just like a brat. I don't like, how am I ever going to bring this out into my normal house if it's having a hard time acclimating in my greenhouse that's like 90% humidity and warm. This is another one that is just so special to me. This is Hoya Sarawak, and it's just gorgeous, freaking gorgeous. This is courtesy of my 1-year-old just grabbing the leaf and breaking it, which is pretty devastating, except it put out these 2 new leaves pretty soon. These leaves just grow so fast overnight. This one's pretty easy care despite it being a big leafed Hoya. In my experience, like the big leafed Hoyas sometimes are kind of hard to grow. It's difficult to gauge when they need water because their leaves are so big. It's just, I don't know, it's difficult for me, and I find that I'm scared to overwater. And speaking of big leafed Hoyas, I showed you guys my Loyson Drusiana in my first collection video. This is its sister, the Hoya latifolia. This has been a 1-leafer for months and months and months, and I have tried to grow it out in my house. I've tried to grow it outside, and I finally put it in my greenhouse, and it put out this new leaf finally. This plant has tried to put out probably 5 or 6 leaves, and they've died off. And a spider lives on this plant, if you can see any webbing, but I welcome him in my greenhouse because hopefully he'll be a little beneficial insect there. Spiders are spiders insects? Is that a stupid question? Are arachnids insects? Yeah, right? Okay, this is another one I got in a Facebook group. I think I got this from Hoya How. This is a Hoya Saba. I think this is Saba, maybe Borneo. I might be wrong. There are a variety of different Sabas. This is the really veiny, beautiful one. This is one that's kind of iffy to grow. It like puts out one new leaf and then another leaf won't come for a while. This one got really close to my grow light. It's not dying, it's just a little stressed out from being literally right up next to my grow light because it's so tall and it's in like an indoor greenhouse. So that one's really pretty. I'm happy to have that in my collection. I had it before and I sold it and I missed it. And so I'm glad I had the opportunity to get another one. These two next ones that I have are like special Hoya kerrii that I have. I have like, I'm trying to get all the kerrii. So I have just basic green Hoya kerrii alba marginata, and then I have the picta variegation, and then this one which is the pubescent Hoya kerrii, which is so fuzzy, like so soft, like especially the new growth is just literally feels like crushed velvet. It's so cute. I don't think you'll be able to see, maybe, that looks pretty soft on camera. But this one's really cool, and I bought a cutting from a woman on Facebook, and I'm happy to have it. And then there's this cool guy. This is a Hoya kerrii splash margin. And I was a little bit hesitant when I bought it that the splash would carry on the white part. I thought it was just kind of a fluke. But as you can see, this new leaf that just came out is super cool. So hopefully it carries on. This is the one of the plant that I ordered from Russia that died on the way. And I got the Velosa as a replacement. So I saw this on a seller's Etsy shop, and I knew that that seller was in the Facebook groups that I'm in, so I messaged her and I said, hey, you want to trade? Actually, that's what happened to my first Saba, is I traded my first Saba for this. So this is really cool. I like it. Cool plant. Let me just reach down here. This is a little basic one. This is Hoya multiflora. I just added this to my collection on Mother's Day, so in May, right? And it's finally putting out some new growth for me here. There's a couple baby leaves right here. I put this one outside. It was living in my room for a while, and it had like a few peduncles on it that looked like they were about to bloom, and then they died off inside my house, so I figured I better just put this guy outside so he can be happy. Oh yeah, there's a couple new leaves on there too. This is one that is kind of a learning curve for me because I'm more used to more succulent Hoyas, so I just have to watch this one outside and make sure that it's getting enough water, just because the leaves are just like a plain old leaf, not very succulent at all. Let's see what I got. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is Hoya Hot Lips, and this one has like bubblegum pink blooms, and it's starting to grow. I got this one from Coco Ranch Hoyas, and I bought it as an unrooted cutting. So I'm interested to see if I can get this to bloom, because I want to see those blooms in person. They look so pretty. As far as foliage goes, it's kind of as basic as I can get. Just an oval green leaf, but the blooms are so pretty. I'm scared it's gonna fall for a sec. Okay, this guy is, I used to have a big pot of this and then I sold it. This is Hoya sigillatus. I'm glad that I took a cutting before I put it up for sale. And then yesterday, I traded a woman on Facebook Marketplace a couple of cuttings for two cuttings of hers. So I added two more little guys to this pot. I'll just take it out. See, look how pretty those are. And she must have had hers in pretty highlight because it's so dark purple and pretty. So I just stuck these two new cuttings that I got in with this one that I've had forever that doesn't like to grow for me. Oh gosh. If you have one of a plant, don't sell it. Don't sell it. A lot of times I'll sell plants to fund another purchase, and then I will miss them in my collection because I had a huge full trailing pot of sigillatus, and now I just have these cuttings, and I'm like, I miss the old pot. And that $45 is gone, you know? It's not, I'd rather have my plant than $45. Okay, I have 2 more to share with you today as I'm looking around. That knocking on the door was my son waking up from his nap. Sorry about that, but I just have 2 more that I want to share with you guys, and then I'll let you go. This is a Hoya pachiclada albo marginata, and this one has just been such a great grower for me. It's kind of a funny story about how I got this. The seller accidentally listed this for $10, and then like 20 people wrote sold under it, and then she wrote, "I'm so sorry, I meant this amount, like a different amount." And I said, "I'll take it for that amount if nobody else wants it." And so she said, "If I don't sell it by 5 o'clock tonight, then it's yours." And so that's how I got it. And then this last one is one that I got at an auction from Gardino's, and this is a Hoya Vitellina Splash. Look at, I mean, it's huge, huge leaves. I thought that this was gonna come like this size. There's some leca, but it's just humongous. Like, look, compared to my hand, it's huge, gorgeous. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I just started getting into eBay, which is funny. I've been just buying on Facebook and Etsy for so long that I hadn't even really gone to eBay at all. But since COVID and people haven't been able to import, it's just been like a lot of Hoya sellers have been going to eBay and auctioning, and so getting more money for their plants. So I hope you guys like this video. Connect with me on social media. My Instagram is Olivia's Greenhouse, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.